Hey, Arizona, hold everything. A federal judge puts a halt to some of the most controversial portions of Arizona's new illegal immigration law. Now what? We'll discuss and have a live report from Phoenix. Thanks for your call. A local man lost the love of his life, but in the eyes of the federal government, they might as well have never known each other. He was left to fend for himself. That man is with us tonight to share a moving story you cannot miss. And it's time for the main event. In one corner, the challenger Carly Fiorina. In the other corner, Senator Barbara Boxer. Who's the winner based on hairstyle? Seriously, if you believe hair matters, then here it is. We've got your winner. All the stories people are talking about and everything you need to know right now on The Filter. Here it is. Hi again, off the top, The Filter forefront, our top four of the day, including hair today, win tomorrow. But let's get started with this. A reprieve from the judge, hold everything in Arizona. Last night, Councilman Ed Reyes was with us and told us that Arizona's immigration law is everybody's fight.
It is not Arizona. It's our business because it's our money. We're deciding how we're going to use our money, how we're going to leverage our money, and how we're going to connect with other cities and states with our money. If we don't stand up and fight for this, then aren't we neglecting our obligation as Americans to defend other Americans?
So why are they coming from California? Why is the Mexican president concerned about Arizona? Everybody's concerned about Arizona. They ought to worry about their own sanctuary state like California and worry about their problems and keep out of our problems.
Sheriff Arpaio wants everybody to come to Arizona, and his deputies, for the time being, can't do anything about it. A federal judge today blocked some of the toughest provisions in the new law, putting on hold the state's attempt to have top local police enforce federal immigration policy. For the time being, Arizona will not be able to require police officers to determine the immigration status of anyone they stop or arrest. Our contributors tonight, Cameron Turner and Megan Barth. Our pictures are furnished by Skype. Megan, I'll start with you. The governor of Arizona said the fight is far from over, and they'll take that case all the way to the Supreme Court if necessary. Although many people support the law, has Arizona made a mistake?
Well, let's look at the facts. Arizona right now is number 1 in the country for kidnappings, number 2 in the world, next to Colombia for kidnappings. A study that was conducted by the Urban Institute estimated that $1.3 billion of Arizona taxpayer dollars are spent on illegal immigrants in the form of education, incarceration, and health care. What else was Jan Brewer supposed to do except enforce federal law? A federal law was passed by Bill Clinton in 1996 called the IIRA. And what that did, there was a provision, an act in there, which was 287G, which allowed the federal government to deputize local and state authorities to enforce federal immigration laws. The federal government has neglected its responsibilities to enforce these laws and to secure the border. So I don't really understand what Arizona, what other reprieve or what other response they could have except to enforce the federal law.
Cameron,
this law does not.
All right, Cameron, you've got about a minute. What do you think?
I think that the court made the correct decision. I think that Judge Bolton spelled out the reasons very clearly. The argument was made not only by activists, but even by police, chiefs of police in Arizona and in other states, including our own Charlie Beck here in Los Angeles, who said that not only would this law not do anything about reducing immigration, it certainly wouldn't do anything to combat crime. That it would divert law enforcement away from their ability to enforce the kind of laws that state and local authorities are supposed to deal with. The most telling statement in Judge Bolton's decision for me was where she basically said, yes, this will lead to racial profiling. The judge said there is a substantial likelihood that officers will wrongfully arrest legal resident aliens under this law. And I think that's pretty straightforward. She goes on to say that requiring law enforcement officials and agencies to determine the immigration status. Basically, the decision was correct. Certainly, there's a problem with the illegal immigration, but this law wasn't going to do anything to solve the problem.
All right. Well, this certainly will be continued. Let's move on to our next topic.